got nothing but respect for Paul George. To come back from an injury the way he did was simply amazing. It'll be a real honor to take the court against him tonight and show him what I can do. But forget PG-13. This game's gonna be rated F for freak. May the best man win.
It's the Pacers in Indianapolis as we bring you an Eastern Conference contest. Well, the holidays always bring us some incredible NBA action. That's certainly what we have in store for us today. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Pistons coming to town, hoping to notch this one here in this one-game road trip. They just haven't been able to buy a break lately. 5 of their last 6 games have been losses.
This is a special matchup. I mean, we got here tonight. 2 rival franchises, a lot of history between the two, and some bad blood. So let's just see how all this adds up in terms of drama.
And guys, I think if you ask them, as far as they're concerned, this game counts twice in the standings. I mean, it carries that kind of weight. It really holds that kind of significance for both of them.
And a look at the starters for the Pistons. Jackson and Caldwell Pope, the guards. Harris is out there with Andre Drummond, and it's Bullock in at the 3. Moments ago, our Doris Burke had a chance to catch up with the coach, Frank Vogel. Doris?
Kevin, he thinks this team is such a tight-knit group that it's starting to get to a point where they can read each other's minds. They'll see a guy cutting without even looking up, and it's a lot of fun to watch. Hopefully, the fun can continue, guys.
And Doris, appreciate the report. We'll get to see early on here how coaches' focus on their shot selection comes to fruition, guys.
And if they heed their coach's words and really commit to finding the best shot possible each time down, I think they'll be fine.
Teamwork is the secret here. I mean, if they're going to achieve that goal of shooting a high percentage from the floor, they can't do it as individuals.
That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. The Pacers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Everyone understands the importance of Paul George to the ball club. That's why taking his offensive game to the next level would be so beneficial.
Yeah, he has all the physical tools, the instincts, and obviously he has made those strides. But if he wants to become a top 5 guy, he's still got a little bit of work to do in terms of his game.
So it's the Pistons now, following the score by Indiana. Harris misses.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Ellis outside. Screen by Ellis. Here's George. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
And it's Drummond missing.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Mahinmi with it, picked up by Harris. The shot by Mahinmi, no good.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Now here's Ellis. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Milwaukee.
And he also was a table setter in that game, Kevin. Just an amazing job with his passing. Just a joy to watch that.
Now here's Jackson. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. Drummond with a screen on Ellis. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Yeah, good call there. I mean, feet clearly moving when he set the screen.
And he lowered the shoulder, too. I mean, they were going to get him there one way or the other. I mean, that was an easy call.
Indiana trailing here. Now, here is George. Really played well against Milwaukee his last outing. They set the pick. Inside, here's Hill. The shot's good on the assist by George.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control the team's transition.
Outside Jackson. Now the feed to Caldwell Pope. Drummond a screen. A baseline J. And Caldwell Pope gets the basket. Caldwell Pope's got his second bucket of the night.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Now here's Jackson. 14 points from him the last game against Minnesota. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two.
So I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
The Pistons shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw, good. Drummond. Checked in for George. Rodney Stuckey's subbed in for Ellis. And a different look here for the Pistons. Marcus Morris is checked in for Harris. Johnson comes in for Reggie Bullock. Jody Meeks, he's checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Freak subbed in for Jackson. And both free throws good for Drummond. Well, for Detroit, their last game a loss to the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And guys, just look at the turnover stats in that game. You're not going to win giving it up as many times as they did.
Not unless you play an even tougher brand of defense on your end and force more turnovers for the other side. That's the only way you're going to get that thing squared away.
Well, for Jordan Hill, something wonderful happened to him last season. The breakthrough he'd been waiting for on his 6th year.
Yeah, Kevin, you know, it had to do, and I think correlated with him getting a chance to start games, and it blew up for him from there. Posted career-high averages across the board. His eyes were wide open there, guys. Excellent vision to see they had an open shot outside and get it there.
Morris dishes to Johnson. Pass to Freak. Shoots the three. That's good, and it's Johnson with the assist. Freak's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And getting back to Jordan Hill, everyone had been waiting for this. I mean, greater activity, more aggressiveness, and he puts up career highs in points, rebounds, and assists.
Now, here is Hill. He also had a big impact in that win against the Bucks. From deep, Miles, and that one's good. Miles has got 5 now.
Back at you. I mean, they immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading spray guns from long range. Trading blows from behind the arc.
Here's Johnson. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And it's Freak missing. The Pacers have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Hill drives in. Outside for Miles. Does not find the mark. He's made 2 and missed 1 now. Now, Freak. Here's Drummond. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing it up. And even before we look at the replay, I'm pretty sure he got that off in time.
Yeah, that's how it looked to me, and that's the call we should see here, but no harm in going back to the footage and making absolutely certain.
And they've taken a look at it, and they've overturned the call. They've overturned the call. They're calling the basket good, Greg.
Yeah, and that's why we have replay. I mean, to make sure the officials don't miss any calls. And really, a good job to take the second look at it. Would have been a shame if they'd been cheated out of those points.
talk to Monte Ellis. He says he feeds off his doubters. He loves to hear someone say what he can't do. And Monte Ellis is still trying to prove people wrong now in Dallas after their quick exit from the playoffs this season.
He has been around for 10 years in the NBA as a consistently good player and lethal scorer.
Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And guys, what's your take on the Pistons so far?
I just like the way they're getting out in the open floor, taking advantage of all those fast break chances here early on.
I agree with you, Greg. I mean, they can run, and they've done a good job filling the lanes in transition.
Here are the five Detroit has to start the second quarter. Freak in at shooting guard. Aaron Baines out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Reggie Bullock, and it's Jackson in at the point guard.
First off, look, every year there are all-star game snubs, and perhaps last year Monte Ellis was the big one in the West. Hard to leave him off given the way he played for the Mavs.
And he knocks down the first one. For Monte not being an all-star, there are a lot of guys that could have made an argument to be there. Monte's was as strong as any.
Yeah, and his own coach said that Monte deserved it more than Dirk, his teammate. And not a shot at Dirk by Carlisle, just Rick expressing how valuable Monte was to the Mavs.
And so Monte Ellis nails both of them. Monte Ellis has always had a knack for the big shot. When things are on the line, he is a guy that is not afraid to step up.
And Kevin, last season, he had a number of big second halves and fourth quarters for the Mavs. Really took over that primary scoring role from Dirk Nowitzki. Stole a lot of games for them last season.
Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Timberwolves played a role for them. He ended with a few points, and he was able to dish out a few helpers to teammates as well. He was just too much to handle as he came off the bench to turn in a great outing, guys. They hope it continues.
All right, thank you as always, Doris. And another special game from a player that we know is incredibly capable for this team.
Yeah, and he proved his value again in that last game. I mean, he's a cog in their machine, no doubt.
Yeah, and they're going to need a few other players to lend a bigger hand today. I mean, they can't expect him to carry the entire load 2 games in a row.
Bullock kicks to Jackson. Harris setting the pick for Jackson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Dives for it, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation.
Yeah, Monte did have a lot of big second halves for the Mavs last season. Seems like at least half a dozen games for them, he would just take over. Started to get looked at as the top go-to guy late.
The Pacers making a change here. Allen's checked in, and Detroit with a change here too. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Freak. Stuckey outside. Right wing. Mahinmi passes to Ellis. Rebound, Detroit.
And for Monte, it makes sense to go to him late in games. He's so fast that he can create a shot anytime he wants. And very rarely does he not give you a chance to win with just one shot remaining.
Caldwell-Pope. Rebound by Mahinmi.
I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
There's a good screen. Ellis kicks to Allen. There's the pass to Baines. Here's Caldwell-Pope. He's guarded by Stuckey. Pulls up on the elbow. Here's Baines. Rebound by Mahinmi. Looking at the last game for the Indiana Pacers, it was a win against Milwaukee.
Fought extremely hard to win that game. They were exhausted, you could tell, but you could see what that win meant to them at the end of overtime.
Well, you could see that the emotions were just raw after that one, and you could expect it. I mean, when you give of yourself that much and come out on top, that's a great feeling.
And here is Allen. 14 points from him the last game against Milwaukee.
And how about the job he did rebounding as well, guys? I mean, just a dominant performance on the glass.
Jackson drives in and slam dunk by Harris.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
The Pistons leading. Jackson with it, picked up by Ellis. It's Jackson with the drive. The dish to Baines. Paul George with the steal. Feeds it to Ellis. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Again, the miss by Ellis. For Detroit, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Caldwell Pope's got 7 points in the game.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
And George, here we go. Good. George has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Jackson, a screen on Allen. Left side, Jackson. Puts up a 3. It's hauled in by Paul George. And, of course, Paul George, a lockdown and throw away the keys level defender. Voted all defense first team back in 2014.
Yeah, and listen, I think we're all anxious to see him get back to the level he was prior to that horrific injury he suffered doing USA basketball. And you know what? He's always going to have a chance to be the defensive player of the year. Let's just hope that this guy can get it all the way back, because he is a true credit to our game.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
58 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Ellis can't get it to go.
Tell you what, boy, it's hard to watch when the guy gets good shots and misses them. He's missed everything this quarter.
Harris dishes to Baines.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give him a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
And he makes the first. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Turner's checked in for Mahinmi. Hill comes in for Allen. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for George. And George Hills subbed in for Monte Ellis. And a different look here for the Pistons. Andre Drummond's checked in for Harris. Marcus Morris comes in for Reggie Bullock. Johnson, he's checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Jody Meeks in for Jackson. That one falls, so he hits both of them. 43 seconds left to play in the first half. Outside Hill. Stuckey against Johnson. Stuckey outside. Pick up by Hill. 6 to shoot. Stuckey with it. And it's Johnson picking him up. And here's Hill for 3. And Baines pulls it down. Baines has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Now, here's Meeks. Not a lot of room. Johnson, wide open. He fires. The three-pointer is right on target. Johnson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here is Hill. To end the run. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. The Pistons on top, up 8. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, Coach Vogel, a tough going for your guys so far tonight. What's been the biggest obstacle to pulling off your game plan?
Well, they're just a great defensive team. You know, we're not handling our pressure well enough. We're trying to work it inside. They're fronting, and we got to execute our counters.
Thank you for the time, Coach. Guys, over to you.
Thank you, Doris. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of the second half in the third quarter.
All right, guys, focus on me. We got them where we want them, and we can quiet these fans down even more if we pay attention to a couple of key things. To begin with, we're shooting the ball at a very good percentage. And the way to keep that going is to continue to work the ball around and find good looks, open looks. Don't get away from that. On a good note, our passing has been very smooth. You set each other up with some really nice assists. That's strong team basketball. Let's keep it up. And let me touch on tempo for a second. We're not out to use the whole shot clock, but I would like to see us get set up offensively. There's no reason the lead shouldn't be even bigger right now, and I'm counting on you guys to make sure that it gets bigger, and soon.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments.
Checking out the game Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is having. 9 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
And when it's all said and done, I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to have a few more.
Pacers trail by 8. Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the court right now for the Pacers. They've got Ellis. Paul George is out there with Lavoy Allen. Then there's Ian Mahimi, and it's Hill in at the point guard position. Harris outside. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. Harris has got the first basket of the third quarter for the Pistons.
And guys, when you go to look for holes in the game of Tobias Harris, there really aren't any. One of the hardest.
You know, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult while they're trailing.
Yeah, but still, you know what? A magnificent move to the rim.
I tell you what, guys, I don't care what the score is. That's the play we're going to remember when this game is over.
Hill kicks to Ellis. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Here's George. Score of the basket, his 5th of the game. He's missed 6 shots against those 5 makes.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win.
Drummond with a screen on Hill. The drive by Jackson. That's good. Jackson's got the lead up to 10 now for the Pistons.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Allen, a screen on Jackson. Hill kicks to Allen. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got 3 assists tonight.
Well, as for them being behind in this game, you certainly can't put any of it on his shoulders. He's been tremendous offensively.
Drummond sets the screen for Jackson. The dish to Caldwell-Pope. Drummond a screen. Jumper off the screen. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Drummond's got 8.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
Now here is George. Guarded closely. No good with the elbow jumper.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one. Short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
Nice ball movement by Detroit. And that one's good. And now a 12-point Piston lead.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook. Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down low.
Screen by Ellis. Mahimi kicks to George. Shot clock at 6. To the paint. Here's Allen. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
That's his first personal foul.
The Pacers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
And guys, you know what? That's made things hard for them in a lot of their games. I mean, that inability to convert their chances at the free throw line.
And he makes the first. And Allen drops them both. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Kicks it to Caldwell Pope. Morris a screen. Here's Caldwell Pope. He's got 9. Here's Freak. Another 3 for Detroit.
Let's go.
And when he's got that much of a height advantage on the perimeter, it's really tough on the defender. Easy three-pointer.
Jackson against Hill. Ellis outside. Allen with the screen for Ellis. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And that one's good. Drummond.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Ellis kicks to Hill. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. Looked good from here.
Yeah, I'm about as shocked as you are, Clark.
Pacers trail by 15. And for C.J. Miles, he sure can string together a long line of threes under the league with a nice jump shot that has now become deadly.
Yeah, he doesn't get to the free throw line much, and he's not really much of a playmaker, but he's 3D in color. HD 3D.
And really, how about the quick release on that triple there, because he's given up a lot of height in that matchup.
Right on target you are, Greg. I mean, the quick release is what made the difference there. Any hesitation, and that shot is being blocked.
This is a look at the NBA's assist leaders over the last 10 games. Man, can these guys pass the ball? Well, you look at Jackson, one of the best passers in the NBA, always looking to get his teammates involved.
And those games have seen him dropping more dimes than you might have thought possible.
Jordan Hill, he's checked in for Indiana. Stuckey comes in for Monte Ellis. Johnson, he's checked in for Detroit. Jody Meeks comes in for Jackson. Dishes to Drummond. And there's the big-time jam. He slams it right over Turner.
A signature slam right there from the big fella. How many of those have we seen before?
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. Hill passes to Stuckey. The drive by Hill. Rebound, Detroit. Drummond's got 7 rebounds in the game. Pistons leading by 14. Meeks with it. He's picked up by Hill. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
The Pistons have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
2 shots.
That's good for Meeks. And he makes both free throws. Pacers trail by 16. Stuckey up top. He's guarded by Meeks. The drive by Hill. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's going to be on Freak.
And guys, no doubt George Hill had it rough last season. He missed the first 28 games with that left knee injury, came back for 5, then missed another 11 games before his season got going. But you know what? He had one of his most productive years from that point on.
Free throw drops for Hill. And getting back to George Hill, what a second half of the season he had. He tore up several key categories, Clark.
Yeah, he was bogged down by injuries early in the season. Came back to average career highs in points, rebounds, and assists, partly because he was finally treated and looked to as a go-to guy, and he thrived in that role.
35 seconds left to play in the third. Freak with it. He's got 9. Takes it from 10. Off on the layup.
You know what? His finishing ability is not really at the level that you would expect from a pro, but he's going to have to start playing with more force.
Hill kicks to Miles. It's back to Hill. Just 5 to shoot. Hill drives in. Great look, but off the mark. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Pistons lead by 14. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. Here's Meeks. On the floor for Detroit, Reggie Bullock is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Jody Meeks. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Drummond in at the 5 down low. Pass to Miles. There's the triple. Kept alive by Indiana. Here's Mahimi. And it's sent back by Drummond. Here's the break. And here we go. Bullock, good.
Reggie Bullock.
Bullock's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for Detroit.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
Pass to George. There's the 3. They get the rebound. Goes up again, and he lays it up and in.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
Jackson dishes to Drummond. Here's Bullock. He feeds it to Jackson. Drummond a screen. 6 on the shot clock. Meeks passes to Bullock. Shoots it. It's rebounded by Indiana. Hill's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Outside Hill. Back to George. Pick up by Hill. Shoots off a screen. That one's good. And the Piston lead is cut down to just 12 points with the basket from Paul George. Outside Jackson. Drummond sets the screen for Jackson. He dishes it to Meeks. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 6 assists now in the game.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
It's stolen by Mahimi. George against Jackson. And George, here we go. That doesn't go either for George.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Drummond with a screen on Hill. Meeks outside. Rebound by Mahimi. Mahimi's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Pacers trail by 12. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. George with no one around. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. George has got 4 points this quarter.
I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feel.
The feed to Meeks, the three, and that is good.
And they're going to have a hard time climbing back into this game if they continue to defend like that.
Outside Hill. He kicks to Miles. 5 to shoot. It's back to Hill. Takes the three. Rebound, Detroit.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Detroit?
Boy, their passing has been picturesque. A thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
Yeah, and the other thing that they've done well is they've really attacked the gaps of the defense with quick, decisive drives down the lane.
And the first one at the line is good.
And for Reggie Jackson, the league is going the right way in terms of his skill set. Everyone loves the guard who can shoot well enough to bust the zone as well as make plays for others and at the rim. And Jackson is that guy.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Turner's checked in for Maheen. Lavoy Allen comes in for Jordan Hill. And it's Ellis in for C.J. Miles. And back to Jackson. He really took on the playmaker role after being traded to the Pistons. As a Detroit player, he averaged over 9 assists a game, Clark, which would have put him 4th overall in the league had it been for a full campaign.
Loved his aggressiveness, which led to opportunities for his teammates, but it also led to turnovers. That part of his game he's got to tighten up.
To the inside, Drummond, and Turner with the block. Jackson against George. And Hill has it in the corner. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. And it's 7 points for Hill.
What are they thinking, leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him.
Drummond with a screen on Hill. Pass to Freak. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Here's Ellis. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Pistons leading by 10. Freak with it, and Allen picks him up defensively. Harris kicks to Freak. Now the pass to Drummond. On the wing, Jackson. He's guarded by Hill. And that one's good. Freak.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Pistons.
You know, Clark, when you shoot this well from three-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooters.
Well, you said it all there, Kevin. They were lethal from behind the arc.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win.
And they will walk out of here feeling really good about themselves today, guys. A big win over a conference foe they'd split their previous 2 games with.
Greg, they've got one more game left against them, and there's no doubt they'll use this as a jumping-off point to take another game off them later in the year. At least that's the plan.
And maybe it goes without saying, but they had no answer for Andre Drummond. He was really important under the basket, making the plays down low and getting position to pull in rebounds.
Turner with a screen for Hill. Right at the free throw line. Some solid defense there from Jackson. And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. Now time to head over to the studio where the award-winning Ernie Johnson is with Shaq and Kenny, all standing by. Guys, take it away.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Andre Drummond. Let's go to Kenny. What'd you think about his performance?
His field goal percentage was excellent, up over 60%. This was a player in total control of his game. He didn't try to do too much. He didn't get reckless, just took what the defense gave him.
Well, this win was really, really needed, and he went out and he got it for him. They lost 2 in a row coming in, and dropping a third straight would have been very, very rough. But he took it upon himself, took it right to the ship, as he always does. Great performance and a great time to deliver.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.
I told you, Dom Pagnotti always delivers. Brand Jordan Freak prototypes. Open the box, check them out.
It's like Christmas and my birthday on the same day. Oh, Dom.
You love them?
I love them.
Hey, they're waiting for your approval for production.
Approved.
Approved?
Approved.
Done. I'll make the call.
In Pagnotti we trust.
I told you you'd love them.
Man.
Hey, I'm going to have you playing in those in 30 days or less.
Oh, money. Oh, man.
Freaking and vibing. Freaking and vibing.
Freaking and vibing in these, baby.